Hey everyone! I have been asked by a couple of viewers what I do with my kids for homeschooling when they are in preschool. The short answer to that is I don't. They don't need to be doing schoolwork yet. They need to play. They learn a lot through play, and when they are 2, 3, and 4, you don't need to be worrying about homeschooling yet. That being said, I do have some educational toys and games that my 3-year-old son loves to use and do while his older brother and sister are doing schoolwork, and he feels like these are his school. And if you don't homeschool your children, these are just great educational toys, but he does feel like this is his schoolwork and he loves doing school with his big brother and sister. So I'm going to share with you some of those items today. So I have this tracing workbook. My kids actually use this once they reach kindergarten as well. And it comes with a little dry erase marker. And every page, I need to use my a wet cloth and wipe this off, because if you don't erase it right away with just like a Kleenex, it'll kind of stick on there, so you'll see some of the residue there. But it just teaches good pen control for before they start writing letters and numbers and such. So just lots of tracing for them to do, and starting with pen control. I have this, I don't know what you call this, like a little busy book. My friend actually made this for Simeon, and she's great at sewing, and so she put this together, which was, it seems like it must have been such a big job, but he likes to play with this little busy book, so he's got some little Velcro. So if you're good at sewing, you could make something like this. There's lots of different things to do. It has a page where he learns how to use his zipper, tie shoelaces. He hasn't mastered that yet. Just little things to pull off and stick back on, like matching these shapes and so on. So that's a fun book he does enjoy doing, and it's sticking to me. Okay, there we go. I have a lot of Melissa and Doug toys, and by no means do you have to stick with Melissa and Doug. There are a lot of different brands, but Melissa and Doug is just one of my favorites, and so I usually just stick with it. But they've created a lot of educational toys. I have this button-up bear, comes in this box. It's kind of left a tangle how my kids left it, but you have all these buttons and these like shoelaces that you can stick them through and do a little bit of sewing. It also comes with different patterns, so you can use these patterns here. And there's a red button on the back. Like I said, it's all tangled up. But you can follow these patterns and sew those onto your bear. Then I have this. I don't think this is, I don't think you can buy this anymore. My mom got this for me, or she, oh my word. Okay, this usually stays on the table. It doesn't usually get moved around like this. But it's this box. My mom picked it up for me. She got it used somewhere. I've never seen this before she gave it to me, so I don't think it's for sale anymore. I could be wrong though. So you have all these little patterns. So you stick them up in this slot here and keep it very still so it doesn't fall over. Then you have your pole, and you put your pole here, and then you have all these blocks, and you have to follow the pattern. Sometimes my son will do this and he won't follow a pattern. He is just turned 3, and so sometimes he'll do his own pattern and not even follow, but there are a lot of good patterns for them to follow, which is just great for them to learn how to follow instructions, learn their colors, learn their shapes and such. Then I have something kind of similar to that, and it is this whiteboard by Melissa and Doug as well, and it comes with all of these shapes. This is a magnetic board. There are actually a lot more shapes in the bag as well. I just didn't take them all out, so here they are stuck to the board. And then there are a lot of patterns for your child to follow and try to make that pattern with the blocks. Once again, I will take this out for my 6 and 4-year-old, and they will play with it as well. So it's more just a fun activity. And so that's all I have, I think, for things to show you. But other things that are great for in preschool is Duplo. You can build creations, or they can just use their imagination and not follow any instructions, but build their own creation, which is just great. It's great for them to use their imagination. We do a lot of reading books. We do puzzles, games. We have memory games we'll play, checkers, so many things you can do. Play-Doh is great, or coloring, painting. There is just so much for them to do when they are young that is learning. It's not sitting in front of the TV and just watching movies, but it is just totally play-based, but they're also using their mind and really learning things at the same time. Speaking of shows, there is one show I will recommend, and it is Leapfrog Letter Factory. My oldest son learned his letters early. He was probably, not that that's important, they don't have to learn it early, but he probably was 2 and he knew all of his letters, 2.5 maybe, from watching that show. And once again, it's a great show, but it's just a 25-minute TV show, movie, but my kids learned their letters early just by watching that show, and it was fun, but they were learning, and so I love things like that. All of these things that I showed you and told you about are not easily accessible for my kids to play with whenever they want. They are in a cupboard or on a high shelf, and they have to ask me, can I do a puzzle? And then I'll take them up there and they can choose a puzzle, and so I allow them to do these projects or games whenever they want for the most part, but they do have to ask me, and so it's not just always out. And so it is a special thing when I take, for instance, even our Duplo is up high on a shelf because it could just make a huge mess. So every few days I'll take out the Duplo. Huge mess, so much fun. They just build and build and build like it's a brand new toy. So all of these things I do that with. Otherwise we just lose parts and it's just a mess. The kids they see it all the time, so it's not anything fun or special. So I do keep these up high and take them out for special activities, or really every day I take something out, but it's not all out at once. So anyways, I hope that helped you. If you are thinking about homeschooling, your kids are preschool age, don't think about school yet. Just think about play and having fun and some of these activities that are so much fun, but yet educational too. So I thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one. Please subscribe down below if you're not subscribed yet, and then you'll see every video that comes out. I post videos every Monday and Friday. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.